144.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
Staying up till the morning light. No, you don't mind it. I think you like it. Always showing you wrong from right. I'll let you guide me. Just stay beside me. Oh, nobody wants to go it alone, and I just wanna stay here with you. So I am lucky man. I am lucky man. You are my favorite song. I am lucky man. I am lucky man. I am lucky man. I am lucky man. Seasons change, but you're the same. Your love is constant. You've never lost it. Your voice is calling out my name. It makes me miss you, even when I'm with you. Oh, nobody wants to go it alone, and I just wanna stay here with you. So I am lucky man. I am lucky man. You are my favorite song. I am lucky man. I am lucky man. I am lucky man. I am lucky man.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is Women of Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And I'm your host on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, and I'm here with
Felicity Girgir.
And Women of Speed is that show where we bring you stories to inspire you. We talk about women, different things about women when it comes to opportunities, when it comes to lifestyle, just everything when it comes to women. And today on the show, we are talking about a statement many of us have heard before. Maybe you've heard someone even say it as a joke. Maybe you've heard it during an argument, or maybe you've even heard it used very seriously. A woman's place ends in the kitchen. Go back to the kitchen. And sometimes it goes even further. A woman expresses an opinion and somebody tells her, go and cook. A woman is involved in an argument, and suddenly someone thinks the best response is to remind her that she's a woman and therefore should be in a kitchen. But where exactly did this idea actually come from? Why has the kitchen become something that is sometimes used to even define the limits of what a woman should actually be? And does a woman's place still end in the kitchen? Even back then, and then right now, does it still happen like that? Of course, there is nothing wrong with a woman knowing how to cook, right? There is nothing wrong with enjoying the cooking, talking about home, preparing meals for the family and all those things. But then, is that where a woman's role actually ends? Because when we look at the lives of women around us, we see women doing so much more, right? So when we see women who wake up early, do things when it comes to even homes and then other places. So is the kitchen the full definition of woman's role? Does a woman's role still end in the kitchen? Now, you also can call in and be part of this conversation. And the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464.
That's 0808 427 5464.
And we are also streaming live on Facebook at Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. So you can watch live on Facebook And even leave a comment if you have something to say. As a woman, do you think that there is so much more? Would you say that your role, the roles when it comes to your daily life, maybe even as a mom, as a husband, or even just a woman for yourself, is it still all about the kitchen for you? Or even as a man, look at your mom, look at your wife. Is it still all about, it ends in the kitchen? Felicity, have you ever heard this statement before?
Yes, so many times.
And how does it make you feel like?
It makes me feel bad because I just feel like there's so much or so many limitations when it comes to being a woman. Because so many times I've heard someone say, when I was struggling to do my assignment in school, and then one of my classmates, who is a guy, and he said that he doesn't even know why we girls are struggling with school and trying to pass and all of that. Share our own, this is how you put it, share our own is to finish, find a rich husband, marry and sit at home and go and cook. And it made me feel, this is how I just looked at it, because it made me feel like so peace. Because what do you mean, okay, as a woman now, I'm not supposed to have my own goals, I'm not supposed to have any ambition, nothing. My own is like, I should find a rich man and marry and then sit at home and cook for the family. So it made me like, I felt really bad hearing that, because it's just about how much so many people, actually not everyone, because I feel like these days it's quite different, but there are still some people out there who have that, even women, which is surprising, but even women have that mindset of, our role is in the kitchen. My own is
to go to the kitchen.
Yes, so it's like a woman, some people define women by, okay, kitchen. Okay. That's your own kitchen.
When mention women, the next thing you think about is kitchen. Now, I would like to talk about something that you mentioned there about, okay, maybe just find this one. Everyone, when I talk about things like this one of married, that people, some might even try to like shame somebody with. When I talk about it, I say things like, it's not a bad thing to get married to that rich man. It's not a bad thing maybe to be the one that decides to like take care of the home, but then you see the way they make it seem like, okay, it's just about just go and cook. And if you look at the home, if you ask me, if you look at the home, it's not just the food, and even the food, that sometimes it's not even one person. For the person who was even able to like get married to that rich person that we are talking about, it's not just about the cooking. You have other people to look after, your own self. You have to bring children into the world. You have to take care, you have to look after them, you have to look for a grown man to different things like that. So if you ask me, really, like is all those ones too, like, is it a kitchen as well? Because we know what kitchen are, plates, food, and then all that, but spoons. Then it doesn't seem like that one is actually,
so it's more of like women belong to the house, the home,
and one day they might have to even expand it and remove the kitchen and then put something else. Now, and you also can call in and be part of the show. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464.
That's 0808 427 5464.
For generations, many girls grew up being taught that certain household responsibilities belong to them, because they were girls, and that is the only thing that they should focus on. But if you look at our world today, Felicity, would you actually say that a woman's role still ends, in the kitchen?
No, so many women these days, sometimes when I look around me, I just see like so ambitious women, and women who are actually like doing things, good things, great things for themselves, for their societies and all. So I would not say that now, women's role in the kitchen, or people really have that mindset a lot. But like I said earlier, some people still have it, even women, which is surprising. But some women still have that mindset of, I don't really need to put in enough energy into anything. My own is just, find a husband and then sit at home and all of that. But I've seen so many women, doing things into different fields, industries, doing something really great for themselves. So I wouldn't say that.
And one thing else, like, they can be someone who is not going somewhere, but that person is like adding value to maybe even the man that she's with, because there are people that would say, okay, my own goal is like, I actually want to get married someday. So like then if he is expecting, maybe depends on what people talk about, like he is expecting that, okay, I stay at home, but then what value are you actually bringing? Because sometimes when you talk about some roles, or maybe some people limiting, some women limiting themselves, like I cannot do anything else. Sometimes even in that house there is something that you can do. Like what other usefulness you know do you have? Maybe what other things? Some people are holding homes together. That is not about, it doesn't take someone who went to culinary school and then maybe even learned how to like cook and stuff to hold a home together. I don't know if you understand me, you know, because we all have different things. It's possible that maybe she found herself in the home where you say, okay, you go to my husband, you do the work for, you know, go out there. I want to do the one at home. But then is it still stopping at that kitchen? Like, is it still stopping like it's only the kitchen? You know, a lot of things that I see at home, brains involved, like strength involved, patience, you know, actually involved to like take care of things, even look after children, whatever it is when it comes to the home. And then even other family members that are looking at one woman to hold them together. Exactly. So I look at these things and I'm like, is this one too, is it part of like the kitchen? Is it part of the kitchen? That is not the kitchen. You see. Now you also can call in, let us hear from you. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464.
That's 0808 427 5464.
And we are also streaming live on Facebook at Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makadi. So you can watch live on Facebook and even leave a comment if you have something to say. Does a woman's role still end in the kitchen? You as a man, you know, when you look at your wife, like do you think that there is so much more that she actually does, more than just the kitchen, whether she's going outside to work or even at home? Like, do you think that there's so much? Or when you look at your mom, you as a woman, you know, how do you see yourself? You know, do you think that that is just all that you can have to offer, you know, about the kitchen? You know, that's the only place that your only role is. Let us hear what you have to say. Call in and let us hear from you. Felicity, tell us about your own self. You know, if someone told you that your own role ends in the kitchen.
No, my own role does not end in the kitchen. I believe that because I'm someone that has so many goals and ambitions, so I would never say my role ends in the kitchen and all of that. Not to say it's a bad thing to, you know, like you have been saying earlier, it's not a bad thing to, you know, cook and all of that, but I believe that I have so much more I can offer instead of, you know, just sitting at home and, you know, cooking and all of that. So for me, when someone makes like that kind of comment towards me, I get, like I said earlier, I get really angry, and now I've just learned to like fashi it.
It's not even an easy thing to go and be at home and take care of other things in the first place. It's not an easy thing. And then you said earlier that they need to find a bigger word instead of that kitchen, because it's not just cooking. It's not just cooking. You know, it takes a lot to hold a family together, and people underestimate that. Yes. So many people underestimate that. They just think that you just have to sit at home. Is it not to cook? Which other work are you doing? Is it not to watch the children? But try it for once. Like no, because for me, I'm saying it like out of experience, because I feel like it takes a lot to not like go insane, like just like watching children alone. Children are a lot. They can be a lot. Like even as a mother, sometimes you just get really angry, and it takes a lot of patience and all of that. So we need a bigger word. And just someone kitchen. Just limits all of that to the kitchen, and then they're just saying it like, is it not just as if it's such a like? And you know, there is this thing that, you know, go to the kitchen is like an insult. I don't know if you've heard it. Maybe someone say it in that light, like, what are you even saying? Like, go and cook or things go like that. Cook, yes. And I'm just wondering, like, go and cook. You know, sometimes you even see that. I think that society has come to a place where, should I say, they have already mentally somehow they have put this picture that no matter what she does, like people will still see it like it's only the kitchen that is the work. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Like every other one, all the small ones, like people are not looking at it that okay, this one is something. It's something. They are thinking that this is the only work. That's the only that she is actually doing. So it's more of like people are not looking at the other things that women are doing. They're leaving all the details out, and then putting that like the kitchen is the main like, so stay right there. That is where your role ends. You cannot contribute to maybe important matters. You cannot do this one, you know. Even in that sense, people say okay, your own is in the kitchen. You cannot contribute to maybe matters like this. You cannot talk about things like this. But then when you look at intelligent women, you know, bring ideas, just like the way you were saying, do things for themselves, do things, you know, or even supporting a man. Sometimes there's some level of even intelligence or somehow that you have that you're able to like support to what he already has or what he is building. Because if you're just there and hello, Yes. Good afternoon. Please call us back because we cannot hear you clearly. It's breaking a lot. Network is really bad, but try to call us back. It's Women of Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this afternoon on the show, we are talking about that statement, that even today you still hear it, even among women. A woman's role ends in the kitchen. Does a woman's role still end in the kitchen? Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464.
That's 0808 427 5464.
We are also streaming live on Facebook at Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. Hello. All right, keep trying. Just maybe you will catch up with us. So you can watch live on Facebook. Even leave a comment if you have something. Hello. Yes, hello. Oh, okay. Keep trying or watch us live on Facebook and then leave your comments there. Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi on Facebook. You can watch live. And then I was talking about how sometimes even when you're at home, like staying at home and then even supporting someone, there is how someone looks at you. Maybe you even have a husband and then he looks at you and you're like, this one is just useless. Let's not say okay, useless. When it comes to something like this, can she actually help me? Maybe when it comes to this, but then you know that okay, maybe this was the person that started something like this, but then you're bringing your own contribution. You're able to manage this part of it, or you're able to like maybe manage the parts that maybe he cannot do because he cannot handle all of that. I'm saying that because many people have this misconception that okay, once you got married to that person that's able to take care, especially bills these days, that bills are just everything, then every other thing, like you don't have to do anything, or you are not doing anything. But I tell you that a woman that's actually doing something will show, like it would actually show that she is doing something, even with the attitude of the husband, even the way that he looks, everything, that they are still able to know that work is being done, somewhere
behind the scenes.
Exactly. And then that is why most people sometimes, I feel like that behind the scene thing is why most people sometimes feel like there is no work actually going on. It just ends in because everybody knows about the kitchen, but they don't know about other things, that people are actually doing, that women are actually doing. So they just give everything. Is it not just the kitchen? Go back to the kitchen. That's what you know how to do best. That is what you know how to do best. And it actually makes me laugh that if you look around these days, you actually see maybe even some women that are in like men fields, they're the ones that are doing what the men should do. And if you look at mentality these days, it's more like people have even started expecting that's how it should be. That's how it should do be. It like this for me, but then let me maintain that side. This was me, like I am the man. So
it's more of like saying that a woman should like put in the work, but then you are just there to take the effort, or take like, okay, this is what this person is doing, but like I'm the one that is standing in, like I'm taking all the, what should I call it, all the comments or anything that is coming, the good sides of it. Yes, exactly, the good sides of it. So it's more of like, okay, somebody is doing something behind the scene and you are just at the front,
taking all the credit,
that's the word.
And then it's more like, okay, behind the scenes stays behind the scenes, and then no one actually knows the kind of effort or the kind of work that she is doing, behind the scene. It's Women of Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior and I'm here with
Felicity Girgir.
And you can also call in and be part of the show. If you're trying to call in earlier and couldn't reach us, you can call us now on 090 3648 5868.
That's 090 3648 5868.
We're also streaming live on Facebook at Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. So you can watch live on Facebook and even leave a comment if you have something to say. Does a woman's role still end in the kitchen? Hello? All right, you can still call us back and let us hear from you. You as a woman, do you believe that your own role, it actually ends in the kitchen? There are so many more things you do. Hello? Good afternoon.
Afternoon, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I am Chief Sebastian, but I'm calling from Makudi.
All right, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I think it's not only for women.
Yes, you can call in, of course.
Okay. So my own thinking, women's role doesn't end in the kitchen alone.
Mm.
They have a lot to do.
Okay.
But there's a saying that what man do, woman can do better.
Mm.
And so they can do so many things better than men.
Mm.
You understand? It's only the time where our knowledge was limited that people think like that. But we think more than that level now.
Okay.
Woman can do anything. Woman can do anything. Woman can be president or anything.
Okay.
So they're over here in the kitchen. That is my own thinking.
All right. All right.
And I advise people that they should not be thinking like that.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in to be part of the show, Chief Sebastian. Thank you so much for calling in. Women can be presidents. Felicity, did you hear what he said?
Yes, I
women
heard
can
you.
be presidents. They can be anything. It doesn't stop at just being in the kitchen. You know, they can be anything that they want to be. And I like how he says that is before that people had that mentality of, okay, this is how. But funny enough, even in 2026, there are people who still have that mentality.
People still have that mentality of.
And you know what I see? It's more like most times what I see is people who have that mentality, but then they themselves are not doing what they are supposed to do. I don't know how to put it. It's more like, okay, a man sees that he wants, okay, you tell me what you're offering. Exactly, that's what I want. Tell me what you are bringing, or what are you bringing to the table. But then that same person that's asking what are you bringing to the table has a mentality of you end in the kitchen.
It's more
but then
like
you're
somebody
still expected
50-50.
Exactly.
That 50-50.
What are you bringing to the table? But then your role still ends
in the
like
kitchen.
when it comes to, okay, talking about it with the mouth, how I can talk about you outside, or like maybe when I'm giving credit to you and me, like I just exempt you from the credit, give that's as a man, give my own self credit, but then I would still say, okay, your own ends in the kitchen, and then still I'm expecting you to show me what you are bringing to the table. So it's more like people have looked down so much on those efforts, especially for women, like efforts of women, that they just feel like everything is about the kitchen, like that is where it's ending. Even when she's trying, no matter what she's doing, somehow they'll say, is it not simple?
It's
This
not
one,
and it's not
and
simple.
leave sometimes I would say, okay, leave someone at home without a woman attending to her. You come back and you're wondering what actually happened here. It's Women of Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Now you also can call in and be part of the show. Number for you to call is 090 3648 5868.
That's 090 3648 5868.
As a woman, does your own role end in the kitchen? You know, when people say that, do you look at yourself and think that your own role also end in the kitchen, or there are so many much more things that you actually do that you believe that that kitchen is too small of a place to actually limit someone to? As a man, when you look at your wife, when you look at your mother, when you look at your sister, you know, when you look at the women around you, what do you think when someone makes that statement, you know, a woman's role ends in the kitchen? And we're also streaming live on Facebook at Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. So you can watch live on Facebook and even leave a comment if you have something to say. Felicity, what are things that women actually contribute to, you know, beyond just managing the kitchen?
But like I was saying earlier, they help, you know, the women hold the family together. Without women, a lot will actually happen. So it's not just in the house alone. Even in the society, women are doing a lot of other things in society. Women are doing things in the industry.
Hello. All right, you can still call us back and be part of the show. 090 3648 5868. Does a woman's role still end in the kitchen?
And women are doing a lot of things out there today. So they have a lot of things. They are not just, you know, they are not just cooking. They are helping take care of children, which takes a lot. And then, outside,
women are doing
career
businesses.
things. That's what I was.
Women are entrepreneurs, community leaders, many other things, you know.
Doing career
farmers,
jobs.
You know, farmers, doctors, not.
Yes, women are also farmers. People find that hard to believe whenever I say that, but there are a lot of women that are, you know, into that farming thing.
So it's not just about go and bring the food and come and give me. And these days we have the women that are actually going out to go and bring the food and bring it home to, you know, and give it, providing for whether the husband and children, you know, there are women like that.
It's more like she's the breadwinner.
Exactly, she's the breadwinner. But then if you ask like someone about maybe a woman, you know, and they'll still tell you that her role ends in the kitchen, and then ignore that part of it. So if you look at this issue, if you look at it deeply, then you discover that it's like a problem with people's mentality from the way that it was back then. Hello. All right, keep trying. Just maybe you will catch up with us. It's 090-3648-5868.
That's 090-3648-5868.
Call in and let us hear from you. And I was talking about, if you look at it, it's more like it's a mentality problem from what it was back then. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Felicity Girgir.
Okay, and where are you calling us from?
I'm calling you from opposite Marysyntia Station.
Okay, could you speak up louder and let us hear what you have to say?
I'm calling you from opposite Marysyntia Station, not down.
All right, welcome to the show. So,
my own contribution is, women are supposed to admire the fact that if they agree to get married, they become housewives.
Okay.
So this is happening in our society today. Before Western education came in Nigeria, that was how our mother used to operate.
Okay.
But since Western education came in Nigeria, in fact, most women abandon this culture. They say that they are not housewives, they cannot cook in the family. So if you go to some homes, not that they lack anything, they have enough. In fact, they have enough food. But most of them are starving in their home because there's nobody to cook.
Okay.
Okay, imagine a woman wakes up in the morning and go for work. Even if he comes back, she said, I'm stressful, I'm tired. I'm highly exhausted, I cannot go to the kitchen and cook. Okay, allow your husband to bring somebody. They will also say, I'm afraid that if a cook will come, maybe one day I will become something else. Understand?
Okay.
So, women need to know that they are also, if they agree to go and marry, they are still housewives.
Okay.
So they should respect that fact.
Okay. So do you think that a woman's role, ends in the kitchen?
Like she should not be going out to
there's
work.
There's nothing else,
nothing else.
It's just the kitchen.
I can't get you.
Do you think that a woman's role, just ends in the kitchen? There's nothing else that she contributes apart from, the kitchen?
Yes, I still remember the fact that that last caller, the person I called before the second person, that said, what a man can do, a woman can do better. But in our society today, if a man will be cooking always in that family, the society will condemn that man is a big fool.
Okay.
That is why men always used to be afraid of doing such things in the family.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling in to be part of the show. To win a speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And then he is talking about how far society has come, the introduction of even Western education, and then how before this wasn't something, from what I got, I don't know, maybe if you get something different, like this wasn't something arguable that a woman's role ends in the kitchen. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Yunusa Abdullah, calling from Nas Market.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Does a woman's role still end in the kitchen?
I must first appreciate the stations, because since I entered here 3 days ago, you have been keeping me busy. I really appreciate the station.
You're welcome. Please move away from your radio set or turn down the volume.
Thank you. You see, what we are saying actually is our Africa cosmology mostly. Because it's one of the responsibility of a woman.
Okay.
Because today you cannot say a woman just end up in the kitchen alone. You understand? Because there are many women out there. They are pillars of the family today. It contributes a lot It's not only in the kitchen, please. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Junisa, for calling in to be part of the show. It's Women of Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Does a woman's role still end in the kitchen? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Hello.
Afternoon, good afternoon. Let's hear your name. What is your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Blessing from CAF, Unagric Road.
Welcome to the show, Blessing.
Thank you.
Let us hear what you have to say.
To me, I deny that my own wasn't end in the kitchen because I'm just coming back from farm. So I can farm very well. Just coming back from the farm.
That's a woman of speed right there. So it doesn't end in the kitchen. You can farm too.
So it doesn't end in the kitchen. We deny it.
All right. You are a woman of speed, Blessing. All right. Thank you so much for calling in to be part of the show. When we talk about receipts, like come with proof. Come with proof that it doesn't end in the kitchen. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I am Michael, calling from number 8 College Cricket.
All right. Welcome to the show, Michael.
Yes. Please, I want to advise all the women. They forget about what people say about them and pursue their dreams.
All right.
We are in a modern world. You can't tell me that women this thing ends in the kitchen. Anybody that is saying it's just saying out of ignorance, and I don't know how to even describe. But we have great women in Nigeria here and in diaspora.
Okay.
So you cannot just wake up and say that women this thing ends in the kitchen. That is an ignorant word.
All right.
Women should pursue their dream.
All right.
Yes.
And
me, Michael, I'm proud of women.
All right. Thank you so much, Michael, for calling in to be part of the show. It's Women of Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Felicity, that made me happy.
Yes,
Michael is proud of that. Michael is proud of women. And then he says that we're in a modern world and there's so much more that women could do. And like you said, what is actually painful is that some women actually believe that too. Like this is just
which is why I love while female Blessing, she said that she's a farmer.
She denies that. Like that. I can't exactly measure how much that makes me happy. You know how much that made me happy. Like she came with proof. Like I'm doing something else. It's not all about the kitchen. I can go to farm. You know, someone else can do another thing. It's not just about the kitchen. I'm taking care of the home. I'm taking care of the kitchen. I'm still going. I'm watching over my husband's shop. I'm watching over my husband's business.
I'm starting my
own business. So many things that the kitchen is too small, you know, for women like that to actually be limited to. Like this is where you fall under. So well, this statement of the woman's role ends in the kitchen. It's something that has been long, you know, there these days. It has been rephrased. Maybe people will use other ways to try and say it to someone. Is it not what do you want to do? I beg, like just go and settle down or rest and don't go
and find a rich man.
What do women actually do? People say things like that, like what do you have to offer? What do you have to offer? Things like that. When you're done, you will go and cook. When
but women are doctors, women are entrepreneurs, a lot of things.
So if you know a woman like that, or if you yourself are a woman like that, you're a woman of speed, we are telling that to you today. You know what it means to be a woman of speed. You know, you're that woman that is carrying the things like that. You know that your role doesn't end in the kitchen. You're also able to like do something else. You're going to the farm. Blessing. Thank you. I cannot appreciate Blessing enough, you know, for calling in to say that. And we encourage women to keep calling in when it's women of speed. Sometimes it makes me a little sad that it's mostly the men that are speaking for the women. So women of speed, do better. You know, Women of Speed comes to you every Tuesday at 3 p.m. here on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And I've been your host on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, and I've been here with
Felicity Girgir.
Coming up next at 3:55 p.m. If today is your birthday, then Speedy Kids are going to be wishing you a happy birthday. And also up next at 4 p.m. the Speed Lane comes on here on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Keep enjoying music of your life.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
AskingRadio.com app available on Android.